Prepare yourselves, fools. This program contains graphic language like fuck, shit, and cunt. It also contains discussions about violence and graphic descriptions of gore, such as cunt punning a dead nun while the entrails and blood splatter your face in your new shirt. I digress. This show is for adults, so dispose of your children as you see fit. Now silence and enjoy the show.
It's like the remix.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with it, but it's all the right places.
Show.
There's a funny fat man in a silly red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee.
The fuck was that?
Fat girl farting or Chewbacca? You decide. That's right. Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly is friggin' live. Woo! I had to bust my boy Wes with the big fat girl Chewbacca fart because, damn it, he got me with it a while back. I had to return the favor. That's right. There's a funny fat man in a silly red suit, and he's stuck in our smoke hole in our chimney. Ho, ho, ho. He think he's talking Indian. No. We ain't never letting him in. We are talking conspiracy and government cover-ups tonight on Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. That's right, with the unsealed conspiracy files, Sam Squanch edition. Hey, Joan, get me a damn Snapple, will you?
Give me a Dr. Pepper while you're at it.
Yeah, exactly. So, wow, I got to tell you, it's been a sad week, actually. You know, we're getting into the holiday season here, and it always sucks when people die. But we lost the creator of the ultimate Sasquatch call, Cheeseburger Mama. Sadly,
Cheeseburger Mama.
Sadly, Dallas Gilbert is no longer with us. We're not making fun of him. We wholeheartedly love Dallas and Wayne. At least I do. Yeah, I mean, they, if anything, they gave it all their heart. And, you know, there is a GoFundMe campaign out there to help bury him. Unfortunately, his wife's, you know, these are not rich people. And if you can't donate, that's fine. Share it, because every share might equal to somebody that can. You know, God bless him. Sorry, Gilbert. They're at least he knows there's Sam Squanch in heaven. Dallas, look down and tell Wayne the truth. Damn it, because he needs to know for sure. So we do mourn the passing of Dallas. Of Dallas Gilbert, of Dallas and Wayne, and not your typical Bigfoot movie. Moving right along, we are going to talk about this conspiracy files. Poor Wes and I today went back and forth. Let's do this one. That's crap. That's not a Bigfoot movie. Well, let's do this one. We already did that.
That's a fucking dinosaur.
Well, let's do this one. We already did kind of parts of this one, and it's kind of mixed with this one. It was from Turkish Nat Geo site. Cameron Young pointed that out. He's like, well, here's my playlist, and we went back and forth with finally the all-powerful, the all-knowing Sir Wesley Losner. Ladies and gentlemen, I finally get to introduce my man. He thought I was going to forget it or mess it up, but here he is. That's right, the hero pose with the big old cone in your hand. Because, damn it, that's how we're going to put that. That's going to be the picture on your on your headstone, dude. You know, they use the mug shot in the Boondock Saints. You know, we're going to get a hero pose with me and you on the log down there at Bluff Creek.
Well, I'll give him the Yeti eyes.
Gigante. Yeti.
Gigante
of the universe.
No.
Yeti. Boy. Girl. Yeti. If you don't know what that one is, you missed a really fun show. They're back there. Look for the Gigante Bigfoot one, and you'll understand it all. So let's get into this one, Les, because it wasn't really all that long. It was a half-an-hour show, so we got like 22 minutes of content to get through, and we started late anyhow. God bless all of y'all for hanging around. I know we're quite a bit late tonight, but shit happens when you're live podcasting. That is fun.
That's true. Yeah, so it's like this intro, breaking down, talking about Bigfoot, and then you get the dude Tom Durant start talking, and then Fraud Standing is talking a little bit, and then the motherfucking Meldrum managed to get his disco lights in there, and then they start doing a run through like they do with like shows like this. They give you the run through like what's coming up on this episode. Watch it in 7 seconds.
Right. Let's watch the entire
Yeah.
episode in 7 seconds. That way we know we don't have to watch anything else.
Yeah. So
now
then
go ahead.
Well, then you get the whole unsealed conspiracy theory in that whole intro.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom,
filter
boom,
is
boom.
not working right now, man. Struggling with that shit. But yeah, so the first thing they start talking about is November 1951, when Shipton got his photo and saw the Yeti tracks and shit, and then they do the whole run through on the Yeti. And then Tom Durant, this guy, I forget what the fuck he was doing, but I remember the guy's name.
Hey, there you go. That's at least a good start this week. You remembered his name, Tom Durant.
Yeah. So he's talking about shit, and then fucking I don't remember what he was saying, but then they got like sightings on the screen, popping up, and then Fraud Standing starts talking a bit.
In with the booth standing. This sumbitch. Now, if y'all don't know who Todd Standing is, my channel's full of plenty of frauds of Todd Standing. Please go and educate yourself of who this moron really is. He talks about things in this that we're going to bring up later, too.
Yeah.
That never came to fruition, that's for sure.
Yeah, so then right after Fraud Standing, you get like kind of like, like I don't know, like the other fucking underboss of the fucking fraud world now, that he like kind of was like sneaky and popped out of the shadows, but Meldrum starts talking.
That's right. You go from one fraud.
Hate on us for talking shit about Meldrum so much.
It's not even a matter of talking shit on Meldrum. It's not our actions that we're pointing out. They're his. And his actions say that he's a man for hire. You know those doctors that the court people go and hire to go their way in a court case? Well, he does that for Bigfoot shows. I mean, he pretty much proved when he went into business with Fraud Standing that he'll do anything for money. That's where I lost all my faith in the man. Well, I didn't ever make a real decision on whether his stuff was fake or not. Well, it's convenient, isn't it, Dr. Meldrum? I've been corrected. His name is Dr. Meldrum, not Mr. Dr. Meldrum.
Doctor.
That's hair man, not hair boy.
Yeah, so then Fraud, I just have it written that Fraud says something. I didn't listen. But then they give you the description on Bigfoot and everything, and they start showing you little pictures. I'm about to sneeze, y'all. I'm sorry. It's going to happen at some point.
Here comes. Had
Yeah. But so then from there, in the description about Bigfoot, the Meldrum starts talking about the walk, because, he's the foot guy. So he's got to talk about, how a Bigfoot walks.
Its locomotion is completely unlike anything else we've ever seen on the planet. Makes it unique and not human. Like a human, but not human. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. The thing looks weird when it walks. It just does. I mean, Patty looks weird when it walks because she walks sort of like a man. Sort of. But she's not a man. Definitely not a man.
No,
she's not a funny fat man in a silly red suit either.
The man inside of her was a man. So Patty.
One-eyed Hieronymus was not inside that suit.
But from there, they talk about Bigfoot folklore, and then they start talking about Leif Erikson and his whole run through with the hairy people and stuff.
Columbus said that he saw a Bigfoot too.
Columbus also said he discovered America.
Yeah. Hey, look, I discovered a place where 150 million people already live. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. What's it called? So then fucking they start talking about Sasquatch and the similarities around the world with the Yeti and fucking the Almasty and all the other shit. I don't even think
And of
they
course,
said Almasty.
they bring it up.
I'm lying to everybody.
They're bringing up the Gigantopithecus.
Yeah.
They're hammering. Meldrum is hammering down the Gigantopithecus. The Standing is hammering us with the Gigantopitheci, and it's like, well, why don't we have any orangutan DNA? Because the Gigantopitheci were definitely of the orangutan line. Why don't we have any of that DNA? Moving right along.
So then they talk about something that people say that they don't mention, but I've heard it mentioned in every fucking Bigfoot thing I've ever seen. They talk about the smell, and then Tom Durant.
Stank.
Yeah, Tom Durant fucking talks about something. I don't know what the fuck he said though. Sorry, people. But then they talk about the pan. I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm sorry, but it's like the Panboshi relics at the monasteries and stuff, like the skull cap and the hands.
Jerry Lewis stole one and brought it back or something.
Jimmy Stewart. Yeah.
Jimmy Stewart. That's right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Peter Byrne who actually stole it and then gave it to Jimmy Stewart, and Jimmy Stewart smuggled it home or something?
Something like that.
Houdini hid it in a.
Cameron's going to be sending it in like fucking 30 seconds. It's going to pop up.
David Copperfield pulled it out of that safe in the 70s. I mean, isn't that how that went? Or was it Chris Angel directly above the light?
I'm giving him time. Hold on a minute. I know Cameron's going to pop up with it. But yeah, so they fucking fraud does his whole thing where he says on every fucking time he's in front of a camera that science won't even talk to him. And that's because you can't talk to science, the word.
Right. Science doesn't have ears. Scientists have ears, but science does not have an ear. Science has
just books. Yelling at a science book like, believe me. Fucking retard.
I saw a Sam Squanch. Trust me.
Trust me. But yeah, so then fucking they talk about these DNA matches that, match a Yeti skull cap that somehow is a goat later on, you find out. But it matches something in fucking California or some shit.
Well, that's when they
see like,
Fraud Standing. And Fraud Standing comes up. I have hair, I have blood, I have tissue, but nobody will test it for me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, where's that blood and tissue tested by now, Mr. Fraud Standing? I mean, I still to this day get hate comments left on my channel by people who believe in Fraud Standing from Canada. They're like, oh, you're just an asshole. You're just a closet so nobody. You know nothing, mister. Shut your lips about Todd. He's the king. It's like, yeah, well, where is he? Where's the king?
Putting fucking stick structures together out in a new campground before he starts telling people he's got activity.
He needs to hire a better FX guy next time, because that black thing with the human eyeballs was definitely man in makeup.
It was a deer butt.
Dude, have you seen those? Those are creepy.
Yeah. Fucking okay. So now I can't stop thinking about those deer butt things.
Dude,
the Washington
try waking up.
Environmental Atlas is what it's called, I believe.
Yes.
And
they were mentioning the Bigfoot sightings.
Yeah, I just have the government bookie. Read all my notes.
The government bookie.
But I was gonna try and get away without saying government bookie, but yeah, the Washington fucking environmental fucking
Peter Byrne gave it to Jimmy Stewart, who gave it to Dr. Osman Hill,
and they, What are you saying?
That's who it came from. Peter Byrne gave it to Jimmy Swaggart, who gave it to Tammy Osman Reagan or something.
It took you long enough,
something
Cameron.
like that.
You got to work on that.
No, it's been there. It's been there flashing at me. I just haven't been able to click over to it.
What's it called? So this Atlas or whatever.
So Peter Sellers gave it to Benny Hinn, who delivered it to Pat Boone. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of weird people involved in all of this now.
Then Elvis keistered it.
Elvis keistered
and took it to California.
And delivered it to the FBI.
Yeah. And now it's like in, some guy's fucking collection of Elvis stuff.
Hey, it's probably a good spot for us to stop and give yell outs to the people that are in the lounge hangout tonight. Because there's a whole bunch of them and there's some new ones in there. So why don't we give that a moment or two to say hi to them there, people. Somebody said they can't see you anyhow. I don't know what's with that. Maybe you can refresh your video. Norm Van Edward Hall. Holy crap. Look at that $4 handle. Your parents must really love you, because that's like a whole lot of letters to be putting on things as you go along in life. Rock City Marco, how you doing there? Bigfoot Barbershop Quartet. That's right. California Picking. That's right. They're picking antiques. Okay, Cameron says Peter Byrne took the finger. Jimmy Stewart took it back to the U.S., who then got it back to Dr. Osman Hill. Apparently, Jimmy Swaggart and Benny Hinn didn't have anything to do with it. Let's see here. Doc Rocks is in the house as well. Mr. Sam Squanch Rivera. I'm so retarded when it comes to technology. I have no idea what I'm doing. How you doing, brother? Cameron Young, of course, is checking in with us as well. Dean Cooper, our quasi-theorist. Glad you're hanging out there as well. Now, batting third, playing center field, Mr. Kurt Harris. Let's see here. Mr. Collier Wilmus. That's right. Nocturnal Emissions with Cole. Next on Sex Talk Live with the Fernell line. Why you should become friends with
emission.
With Cole. Yeah, dude. Let's see here. Who else? Star Shines is hanging out in the podcast room with us tonight. Dude, she's a brave woman. That's all I can say. There were some ladies in there earlier, but I think they have bailed. A whole lot of sausage party going on out there, girl. Keep the knife at point. That's all I can tell you. Let's see. We could probably spin through a lot of this because that's a whole lot of people talking. And the same people. Hey, there's James the Grower. Glad you're out there. Mr. Dave Stump. I'm pretty sure Stump. There's an F after that P, but no vowel in between. So it's just Stump. How you doing, man? Glad you're out there as well.
Geen. I was just about to say you got some geen on your chin.
I get it all over my mic. I get it all over my chin. Jesus Christ, every week I get a little bit again all over me. Look here, Mr. Rod Dupree. He's in the place to be.
In the place to be.
In the place to be. My drunken Irish dad, Mr. Ryan McGinty. How you doing there, pal? Glad you've joined us as well. You know he's Irish. It'll be funny if he is. It'd be even funnier if he's not. Oh, wow. We're getting close to the middle here, and people talk a lot. So, yeah, we had y'all in here for quite a bit before the show, so I'm real sorry if you weren't able to stick around with us as well. I know I saw Bonnie, somebody or rather, out there in the hangout earlier, but her name's all gone now. So, hey, glad you could join us. If you can leave me a comment, hey, it happens, dude. Money comes way before podcasting. That's how all of that works. So, all right. All right, let's get back to the fun of Unsealed Conspiracy Files. Does the government cover up Bigfoot?
No, because of that thing I tried saying 50 million times, but I kept fucking up. The fucking Washington Atlas bullshit has Bigfoot and has a map of sightings and has a little description of Bigfoot and little prints and tracks and where to look for him. And this was in some fucking catalog that costs the taxpayers, I think that guy made a point to say $200,000.
Say what?
Yeah, so then fucking from there.
Hey, dude. Hey. I got government proof that they know Sam Squanches is real, but you got to buy a book, and it's $200,000. You want to get in? That way you can prove to the world that Sam Squanch is real. I got a couple of bridges I sell you too.
And fucking Tom Durant is like, yep, so that kind of makes it official, doesn't it? You know, and then of course you can't have a like History Channel show without Bill Burns coming in and saying that there were MIBs involved in the taking of some DNA, and that's why there's no Bigfoot.
They showed up at his
proof.
house and took the blood and said, "Shut your mouth, mister," and he never saw that blood again.
Yeah, and then they talk about this Oxford DNA study, and for like 2 seconds, and then they get to talking about Tom Durant saying that after every Bigfoot sighting, there's UFO sightings. And so he starts talking UFO, and then they talk about the Blue Planet Project and all those fucking aliens from that fucking thing and the bullshit, you know, about the fucking, I don't know what they called the Bigfoot thing, a wing nut or some shit, but fucking the Bigfoot is some kind of alien. And then they talked about fucking Earth being a fucking prison planet or some shit.
Yeah. That's right. That the Sam Squanches are dropped off here as some kind of long-term rehabilitation system of the Sam Squanch planet. So when they get exiled to the forests of North America. How shitty of a planet must we be if we're literally the exile planet of the Sam Squanches? And if you follow that line of thought, then we're the exile planet of the Sam Squanches, and when the Anunnaki showed up here, the Sam Squanches is what they used to toy with the DNA to make humans. Which would make total sense because the Sam Squanches are closer to the chimpanzee than we are. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just make sense? The Anunnaki and the Sam Squanch people from another planet?
Huh? all I heard was woo 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 woo. Yeah, and so Tom, speaking of wild theories, Tom Durant busts in with his theory about fucking, I don't know, and Meldrum comes in and says, you know, there's a lot of theories. Like, that's really what he said. And he talks about fucking his, and, you know, then fucking they get into the whole, could it have been the Russians? Were they making ape men people to fucking fight?
Ape creatures. Ape super soldiers. Crossing apes with man.
And then fucking Meldrum pops out with his Gigantopithecus, you know, and
there's already a creature here and in the right place. He's a bamboo eater from China. Yeah, that's what we're seeing in America. That's exact. Yeah, we're seeing a bamboo eater from China. That's what we're seeing.
But you know, Fraud agrees, and he basically repeats what Meldrum says.
I have blood. I have tissue. But science won't help me. No one will take it from me and process it. That's because it's just your blood on a fucking stick, Todd.
Mixed with like fucking some peanut butter or some shit. He's Canadian. He's wacky. But yeah, so then
if you scratch their $20 bills, they smell like they smell like French perfume.
And what's it called? Larry Lund starts talking about hoaxers and
well, that is very true. If we didn't spend an exuberant amount of time debunking or chasing bullshit hoaxers or just trash theories, a whole lot more time could be spent towards finding, real answers. But we do spend an awful lot of time on hoaxes. Holy God. Well, at least in the wintertime when we can't get out. Like right now, our spot is under 17 feet of snow. You can't get there from here. You just can't get there from here. Literally, the road is closed. You just can't get. You can't even snowshoe in over 17 feet of snow. You just can't get there from here till about May. We tried last year in April and still hit 7 feet of snow. You just can't get there from here.
Not for me, but maybe from over there.
Maybe from over there. But I don't have a snow machine, so I gotta go from here.
But so they talk about that guy that fucking he ran in a ghillie suit across the road and someone hit him with a car.
Yeah, back in 2012, yeah, in Michigan, guy was trying to fake Bigfoot sightings and he got run over by a car. Dumb ass. I mean, you're gonna play stupid. You're gonna do stupid shit. You're gonna win stupid prizes, and running out in front of cars. Your stupid prize is death. It happens. It happens more. The older you get, the stupider shit you do, the more chances you have to death. To being your stupid prize. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, yeah, they talked about the Michigan ghillie suit guy.
Yeah, and then from there, that's when fucking fraud starts, rambling about getting a body. And then I think he starts talking about how evidence is shit. Or something, like he starts dogging on everybody's evidence. I think everybody's dogging on everybody's evidence at the end. And then then they basically, the narrator, if anybody's going to do it, if anybody's going to find Bigfoot and find the answers, it's got to be fraud and Meldrum. They'll save the day.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and then he, the narrator ends it, you must decide for yourself. Is this a conspiracy or...
Is this government cover-up or is this just horseshit? You decide.
Or was this an easy fucking paycheck for the Meldrum?
Kumbaya, my squatch. Kumbaya, my squatch. That's right. You totally missed the mantra from last Wednesday night show. If you didn't watch it, you're going to have to go back and watch it and get your mantra from Dean Cooper's Quasi Theory. Or you can check it out on his bydean.com, but don't ask me to spell that because, yeah, right. Dyslexic stuttering boy over here doesn't spell too well. So, yeah, it's going to wrap it up for this edition of Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. Join us Wednesday night. That's right, this Wednesday night. Mr. Colin Crawford Young will be joining us back, our historian researcher. I'm not exactly sure what his topic is going to be yet because he hasn't disclosed it to me, but we'll put it in the announcement when we put it on the show ad. 8 p.m. Wednesday, right here, youtube.com/S Lounge Podcast. That's right, Reverend Jeff, the Sherpa of Sam Squanch. And just for your enjoyment, one more time.
There's a funny fat man in a silly red suit stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee.
And thanks for watching. May the Sam Squanch be with you. See you next week, y'all.